Believe it or not, this is the 16th episode of my sneaker resale prediction series, and this week is by far the biggest. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel Kingsdown Roots. My name is Matt Ridout, R-I-D-O-U-T, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming week's sneaker resale predictions. The first sneaker we're going to talk about this week is actually a sneaker that was meant to release last week, and this sneaker is the SB Dunk Low FTC. Now this colorway looks very nice indeed, and I think a lot of people were disappointed that it didn't release on the day it was meant to. Me personally, I had my sneakers app ready and waiting 8 AM last week and suddenly noticed the date changed. So yeah, that was a very strange one. So these sneakers are due to release now on the 28th of July 2021 and have a recommended retail price in the UK of £99.95. And you can see all the information loaded on the sneakers app right now. Now what's really interesting about this colorway is the materials that are actually being used on the upper. It almost looks like they've got a kind of quilt material being used as the main material instead of leather. It looks like a padded quilt on your feet, which is so unusual, but I really like it. Now because this sneaker has already released in the US and other regions, we can get a much better idea of what the resale potential is going to be because people are already buying at resale. So if we look at places like StockX and GOAT, we can see that the current average resale value at the moment is hovering around £236, which is about 136% uplift on that retail price. So lots of profits being made with this shoe already. Now in terms of money sizes, the UK 3.5, the 4.5 and the 9 are the most popular at this time, and that UK 3.5, that's where you're going to get the best return. It does seem like the base sizes and women's sizes are proving more popular, so you're probably going to make more money if you invest in those sizes. Now once the sneaker hits general release to the public, what do I think is going to happen? Well, I do think the value will drop down ever so slightly, probably to around £220–225. Reason being is it's going to be more pairs of these shoes on the market, and that will push the price down certainly to start with. Now if I had a pair of these sneakers in hand to resell, would I hold or would I sell them straight away? I've thought about this quite a lot, and I do think I would actually sell them. Reason being is that I do like the colorway, but having £225–235 return, which is about 125% on your original investment, is really good returns, and I would take that money. The second sneaker we have this week is another Nike Dunk, but this time it's a high version, and this time it's a collaboration with Undercover. Yes, we have the Nike Dunk High 1985 Undercover Gym Red colorway, which does look very interesting indeed. Now this sneaker is also due to release on the 28th of July 2021 and has a recommended retail price of £134.95. And once again, all the details are ready on the Nike sneakers app, so get those notifications ready and get that alarm bell set. Now when it comes to Nike Dunk Highs, what do I usually say with my resale prediction videos? Yep, they don't typically make a good return. When they're a collaboration, sometimes they do make a good return, however more often than not they really don't. Now will this be any different? I'm really not that sure. Now I definitely do like the appearance of the shoe. I think the colorway is definitely strong. In the description of the shoe it does say that it's taken inspiration from the Chicago Bulls, which is obviously going to make this shoe very popular. It's also got some really nice detail throughout the design too. It's got kind of speckled design on the midsole, and it's got some nice numbering on the upper too, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough to make it a proper sought after sneaker. Now what we can do is look at the current pre-release market and check out that average resale price, which is currently hovering around £153, which is only an uplift of 13% on that retail price. So that's a good indicator to me that this price and this shoe is probably not in high demand and is probably not worth investing properly at the resale market. Now looking at the money sizes, the UK 9, the 9.5 and the 10 do seem to be the most popular at this time, and that UK 9, that's going to be your golden size. So if I was going to invest in this sneaker, I would definitely choose one of those sizes. Now once this sneaker hits general release to the public, what do I think is going to happen? Well, I'm anticipating that that price will actually drop to around the retail price, if not ever so slightly lower. So in my perspective, as an investment point of view, this really isn't a sneaker that you're going to make any money on. If you want a pair for personal, then this is definitely one to go for because it is an interesting and good looking sneaker. However, from a resale investment and a money making idea, this is probably not the one. 2021. Now, if I had a pair of these sneakers to resell, would I hold or would I sell them? Well, given the fact I've just said that these sneakers are probably going to go for under retail, I would have to hold on to them and not lose money on them. I would probably hold on to them for 6 to 12 months and see what happens. You never know, it's an interesting looking colorway and it could make returns in the long run. So today we actually have a video sponsor, and that sponsor is Addikt. And for those of you who don't know who Addikt are essentially the easiest way to cop sneakers on your phone at retail. So Addikt is actually the fastest and most reliable iOS bot you can get on the market. They support 85 different sites including Adidas, Supreme, Yeezy, Kith, Bape, etc. There's tons of them, you just need to check it out. Now what's worth noting with Addikt is that it's actually very rarely restocked, and when it does restock, it actually sells out pretty much immediately. So your best chance of securing a copy of Addikt is to make sure you sign up at addikt.io, and you can get instant notifications of when it comes back in stock. Addikt have also just recently released their 2.0 version, which has a ton more features, allowing customers to get a lot more success on copying pairs of sneakers, which is obviously what you want when you buy a bot. Addikt have been around for just over 1 year and are definitely one of the most consistent bots in my opinion. They've absolutely smashed it with some of their new product features, so check out some of these success pics from the recent Cause BOGO drop and you can see it's just insane. With Addikt you can either pay upfront of $130 or you have the option to pay in 4 installments of $30 for 4 months, which is really helpful and also a great way to get into reselling on a low budget. So don't forget to click on those links in the description of this video and sign up to addikt.io to get notifications of when copies are available. The third sneaker we're talking about this week is the biggest release of the week, and it's also the biggest release of this year. Definitely for hype anyway. This is the Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 collaboration, which just looks insane. Now, if you are new to this channel, I have already done a few early reviews of this sneaker, so you can check it out on the link up here. But what I can say is whether or not you love or hate the color blocking of this design, it is one of the most hyped sneakers, and it's definitely going to be one of the most profitable sneakers of this year. So go in for it if you can. Now, this sneaker is due to release on either the 29th or 30th of July 2021 and is rumored to have a retail price of between 180 and 200 pounds. Now, I'm saying this is all kind of rumored because we have no official information from Nike or Travis Scott to say exactly when this is releasing here in the UK. Now, we know this sneaker is releasing in the US around those dates for that price, but we don't know anything here in the UK for sure, so we're kind of in limbo here around whether this is even going to release. But I would anticipate, and from what we're hearing from sources, that it is going to release on one of those dates. Now, when it comes to the pre-release market for this sneaker, as you'd expect, it's kind of insane. It can range from anything between £1,200 up to like £3,500 depending on the size. So the returns on this are just incredible and quite mind-blowing if I'm honest. Now, in terms of money sizes, let's be honest, every size is a money size, but if you're really picky, the UK 7.5, the 8 and the 8.5 are all going to give you the best returns, and that 8.5, that's the golden size. That's where you're going to get the biggest return out of them all. Now, once this sneaker hits general release to the public, what's going to happen? Well, I mean, it's anyone's guess really, because this is going to be such a volatile release for sure, but my estimation would put this in the region between £1,500 up to £2,000 depending on that size. So it's going to go crazy, we know that for sure. How crazy is definitely going to be determined by how many quantities are available, and from what I'm hearing is that there's going to be 80,000 pairs available worldwide, which is slightly more than the previous Travis Scott Jordan 1 collab, but whether or not that's actually confirmed is another matter, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, if I had an extra pair of these sneakers and I somehow miraculously won the sneakers raffle, would I hold or would I sell these shoes? Well, either way you're going to make a great return, but me personally, I would hold on to them. I do think this collaboration is amazing, and I think it's going to make even more money over time, so it's a long hold for me, probably looking at 1 to 2 years. The fourth and final sneaker we're talking about this week is a Nike SB Dunk Low Parra in the abstract art colorway, which is a very, very interesting and unusual looking colorway in itself. This sneaker is also due to release on the 29th of July 2021 and has a recommended recommended retail price of £99.95. Now the name of the sneaker itself is called Abstract Art, and you can kind of guess that there's influence from an artist with this design because of the colors that are being used in the upper. And this is a collaboration between artist and illustrator Dunk Parra, so you can see that clearly in the design of this shoe. Now I absolutely love the colors that are being used throughout this design. I think it's so clean, so crisp, and really unusual at the same time, so I'm certainly going to be trying to get a pair of these for personal for sure. On the current pre-release market, there's also a lot of demand for this sneaker too, with average resale prices hovering around £346, which is a 246% markup on that retail price. So this is going to be in high demand, and it's going to be definitely tricky to cop. And when it comes to money sizes with this sneaker, the UK 9, a 9.5 and a 10 is where the most bidding activity is currently being seen, and that UK 9 is the golden size. That's where you're going to get the biggest return. Now once this sneaker hits general release to the public, I'd imagine that price will drop down ever so slightly, probably to around £285, which is still incredible markup of about 185% on that retail price. So whichever way you look at it, this sneaker is going to make you a lot of returns. Now if I had a pair of these sneakers in hand to resell, would I hold or would I sell them? I think on this occasion I would have to sell them. Look, 185% is a great return on these shoes, and while I do like the design, I can't see it making much more than that over time. So yeah, I would sell them. And on that note, that's it for me today. I've been Matt Rideout. This has been Kingsdown Roots. If you've enjoyed my video, please drop me a comment and a like down below. It really does mean the world to me. You can also follow me up here on Instagram. I post a lot of content on there too. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.